Kaybe returns to Periite, having rightfully killed your charge. Yes.
Well done, mortal. All things are in their order, and Orchendor roams the pits. His betrayal will be punished, and your obedience is rewarded.
Yes, Kaybe did good. She is best assassin. So what does Kaybe do now?
Go, seek your fate. I will be watching, and perhaps we will meet again afterwards.
Do you mean after Kaybe dies? Because she is sort of leaning towards Boethia currently. Well, goodbye.
Embrace order and hard truth, mortal. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yes. Crack up God, that Periite, yes. Well, thank you for that, Kesh. Kaybe will be on her way now. Kaybe had signed on with the Dawnguard in the assumption that she would be slaying vampires. She was disappointed to be running errands and a tad insulted, yes. She couldn't fathom why Isran thought Kaybe would need backup. But perhaps with this out of the way, there would be no more shenanigans and Kaybe could get back to business.
Alright, Isra. You've got us all here. Now what do you want?
Hold it right there.
Everyone is just standing around, Isran.
What are you doing?
Making sure you're not vampires. Can't be too careful. So, welcome to Fort Dawnguard. I'm sure you've heard a bit of what we're up against. Powerful vampires, unlike anything we've seen before. And they have an Elder Scroll. If anyone is going to stand in their way, it's going to be us.
This is all well and good, but do we actually know anything about what they're doing? What do we do now?
Maybe we can take turns monologuing, yes.
We'll get to that. For now, get acquainted with the space. Soreen, you'll find room to start your tinkering on that crossbow design you've been working on. Gunmar, there's an area large enough for you to pen up some trolls. Get them armored up and ready for use. In the meantime, we're going to get to the bottom of why a vampire showed up here looking for you. Let's go have a little chat with it, shall we?
Who did the vampire come looking for, yes? For Kaybe? Or for Serene and this other man, yes?
Hope you're getting along with Isran.
Kaybe barely talks to Isran. He just says go here, and then Kaybe clears out the whole den of vampires.
How is the work coming along?
Fairly well, I'd say. I've managed to get this far without blowing myself up. I still have all my limbs.
What are you doing that's so dangerous?
Nothing. Well, not on purpose. But you never know. The strangest
Hello.
accidents can happen at any time.
Oh, well, don't say anything. Just lead Kaybe back to where this vampire is, she guesses. Is anyone using this? Because Kaybe will use this. Actually, Kaybe will not use it. She will hoard this. Oh, it is the vampire girl.
This vampire showed up while you were away.
She brought the Elder
I'm
Scroll.
guessing it's the one you found in Dim Hollow Crypt. Says it's got something really important to say to you.
Kaybe sees that you brought her to the torture
So
room.
let's hear it.
You probably weren't expecting to see me again.
No. Yes. What was the name? Sir Bernard?
I'd rather not be here either, but I needed to talk to you. It's important, so please just listen, before your friend here loses his patience.
Okay.
Well, it's about me, and the Elder Scroll that was buried with me.
Okay. Let Kaybe guess. You and the Elder Scroll are gay. It is okay. Kaybe still feels the same opinion
The
of
reason
you.
I had it, and why I was down there. It all comes back to my father.
Ah, father issues,
I'm guessing
yes.
you figured this part out already, but my father's not exactly a good person, even by vampire standards. He wasn't always like that, though. There was a turn. He stumbled onto this obscure prophecy and just kind of lost himself in it.
Was he the nice vampire before then? Okay, what is the prophecy then? Yes.
It's pointless and vague, like all prophecies. The part he latched onto said that vampires would no longer need to fear the sun. That's what he's after. He wants to control the sun. Have vampires control the world. Anyway, my mother and I didn't feel like inviting a war with all of Tamriel, so we tried to stop him. That's why I was sealed away with the scroll.
What if the prophecy means that Kaybe will kill all vampires, then they have nothing to fear because they are dead? In which case you are in grave danger. You took much risk.
I did. But something about you makes me think I can trust you. I hope I'm not wrong.
You are very wrong, yes. No, Kaybe means you are very correct. We have to give Kaybe the Elder Scroll.
That was the plan, yes. Assuming the rest of them can trust a vampire. Come on, I'll need you to help convince them.
Okay. Hey, Isran. Yes.
All right, you've heard what it has to say. Now tell me, is there any reason I shouldn't kill this blood-sucking fiend right now?
Well, she brought Kaybe the Elder Scroll, and she is very naive and trustworthy, so all is good.
Why? Because of that story about the prophecy, about some vampire trying to put the sun out? Do you actually believe any of that?
Well, Kaybe's whole life has been dictated by prophecy, apparently. She is the chosen one. But the vampire came out here.
Who knows? Maybe it has a death wish. Maybe it's just insane. I don't really care. It can stay for now. But if it so much as lays a finger on anyone here, I'll hold you responsible. Got it?
Okay, fine.
Don't feel like a guest, because you're not. You're a resource. You're an asset. In the meantime, don't make me regret my sudden outburst of tolerance and generosity. Because if you do, your friend here is going to pay for it.
Thank you for your kindness. I'll remember it the next time I'm feeling hungry. So, in case you didn't notice the giant thing on my back, I have the Elder Scroll with me.
Yes.
Whatever it says, it will have something that can help us stop my father. But of course, neither of us can read
This
it.
time, Kaybe has already interpreted the prophecy. She will kill everyone. But who could read this?
Well, the Moth Priests are the only ones I've heard of who can do it. They spend years preparing before they start reading, though. Not that it helps us anyway, because they're all half a continent away. In Cyrodiil.
What is stopping us from going
Some
there?
Imperial scholar arrived in Skyrim a few days ago. I was staking out the road when I saw him pass by. Maybe that's your Moth Priest.
Do you know where he's staying now?
No, and I'm not going to waste men looking. We're fighting a war against your kind, and I intend to win it. You want to find him? Try talking to anyone who'd meet a traveler. Innkeepers and carriage drivers in the big cities, maybe. But you're on your own.
This filthy back
Any
here.
idea how you're going to find a Moth Priest? Skyrim's a pretty big place.
Well, he's already super convenient he came out here. Where would a moth priest usually go? To the taverns, yes?
Well, back before I...
Became gay?
you know. The College of Winterhold was the first place I'd think to go for any kind of magic or historical thing. The wizards know about all kinds of things that people probably shouldn't know about. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm going to come along with you. I've been really wanting to get out and explore a bit.
Oh. Well. Kaybe is magically deficient, you see. So they don't let Kaybe into the magical college. She makes up for this by studying enchanting until her eyes fall out. Between this and some private tutoring, Kaybe has the appearance of being a very powerful wizard. Which might actually be most of what there is to being a powerful wizard, yes. Maybe knowledge is important too, but Kaybe does okay, yes. Kaybe did happen to read the unspeakable secrets of the Agma Infinium, and this is where most of her enchanting prowess comes from, yes. But aside from that, she knows very little. The important thing to realize is that they won't let Kaybe in because she can't summon the Fire Atronach. But one day she will get in through the gates and they will all pay. Kaybe made it as far as the Snow Fortress village harbor town before she got tired of running through the forest. And as luck would have it, she would stumble upon a lead.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals.
Right, yes. Shooting in the dark, have you seen the Moth Priest?
It's one of them Imperial scholars, right?
Yes.
Old man with a gray robe.
Yes, that is exactly who Kaybe is looking for. You have seen this man, yes?
Might be that I have, but I can't say for sure.
Is that so?
I got enough troubles on my mind just trying to scrape by out here.
Oh, well, let Kaybe check her backpack for a bribe. Oh, what is this, a black soul gem? Maybe you tell Kaybe what she wants to know.
Now that I think on it, I did see your priest. They tried to hire me for a trip to Dragonbridge, but I told him that ain't one of my stops.
That's right, yes. You don't want your soul to power Kaybe's thermal underwear. You'll comply with Kaybe. She will use the bunny rabbit or something instead.
Where do you want to go?
Kaybe and her lesbian vampire friend Sidurbadur would like a one-way ticket straight to Solitude, yes. From there she will go to Dragonbridge. Tell no one! Yes.
Climb and back and we'll be off. Solitude's famous for its Bard's College. Worth a visit if you've never been. Some of them can seem...
Kaybe came down to Dragonbridge from the north and didn't see a moth priest along the way. Or it was possible Kaybe didn't know what a moth priest looked like, yes. Kaybe actually didn't care one way or the other. She didn't understand why she was trying to piece together the prophecy. Obviously, the prophecy was that Kaybe was going to kill all the vampires. Sooner or later, this is how this was going to end, yes. Looking back, it would probably cut a lot of work out of the picture if Kaybe just went ahead and did this thing. Isrun was right. Kaybe didn't know why she argued with him. She guessed because she assumed he was going to be wrong in the first place, and then when she contradicted him, Kaybe was committed. But then again, this got Kaybe to thinking. Vampires were known for their seductive abilities, and Sir Dabada was a very powerful and ancient vampire if she was to be believed. Kaybe didn't know if people who had been enchanted were aware of the enchantment afterward. But for sure now, Kaybe had acted twice in the best interest of Sir Lachaphan. First taking her home, even though Kaybe had been sent to eradicate the vampires, then assisting her with the errand of the Elder Scroll. Kaybe smelled a fish, yes. But on the other hand, maybe Kaybe would get some vampire lady action if she was nice, yes. Kaybe wondered if maybe this was part of the seduction. The victim became aware they were being seduced and they said, you know what, no, maybe I'm okay with this. Kaybe once knew an Argonian who had told Kaybe that you cannot be a lesbian without being comfortable with the smell of fish, yes. At the time, Kaybe didn't know for sure what that meant, but in this context, perhaps it meant that you had to be comfortable with allowing yourself to be tricked by your partner, who makes you believe they are good for you even though they are not, yes. But then Kaybe wasn't sure how that related specifically just to women. Maybe it was an Argonian thing. Argonians definitely would smell much like fish, and maybe the women in particular, yes. Kaybe always assumed she would better understand this metaphor if she dated more often, but she proved consistently unpopular. Okay, Sriracha, if that is your real name. We appear to be in the spot they've taken this moth priest. Kaybe can hear you stumbling around back there. Try to be quiet. The element of surprise is crucial to punching vampires in the back of the head. Yes, they have dogs. Kaybe doesn't know if you're familiar with dogs, but they chase her through the woods on a regular basis, and they are really noisy and really annoying. Do your best not to tip off the dogs. You know, Kaybe had this sword, the Daybreaker, handed to her by Merida? She gave this to her Thane slave, but Kaybe misplaced the Thane slave somewhere. You should see the Thane slave, though. She had such the butt.
Who's there?
Sarah Buchner!
I knew I heard something.
But they didn't hear anything. What is wrong with you? What about element of surprise means calling out to the enemy and acting like you found them? This failure on Kaybe's traveling partner's behalf was concerning. If she made a habit of following Kaybe around, it was going to get very difficult to get anything done. Well, cover's blown. Kaybe apologizes for her lack of professionalism, yes. Normally she would be swift and deadly, and silent. But you see, she came with a friend, and her friend was mildly stupid. Well, that was the last of them, yes. Kaybe killed everything. Except for you.
Thank the Divines for you.
Yes, Kaybe was sent by the gods. How are you? Kaybe is fine, yes.
I'm quite all right, thanks to you. Dexian Evicus is my name. I'm a moth priest of the White Gold Tower. These vampires claimed they had some purpose in store for me, but they wouldn't say what. Probably hoping to ransom me, the fools.
The fools, yes. To think they would capture you for their own nefarious purposes. However, Kaybe has purposes for you, yes.
You do? All right then, enough mysteries.
Kaybe's vampire girlfriend, the vampire has gotten herself an Elder Scroll, and we desire it to be read.
You have an Elder Scroll?
Yes.
Remarkable.
Yes.
If my knowledge of history serves me, I recall that the Dawnguard was an ancient order of vampire hunters.
Yes.
I will be happy to assist you with your Elder Scroll. Just tell me where I need to go.
You will need to go. Well, you could do it here, but you could also go to the Fort Dawnguard.
Very well. I'll hurry on my way there before more of those vampires turn up.
Yes, good. Kaybe will go behind you. Kaybe traveled back to Solitude, both to find a shrine to cure herself of the vampirism she'd contracted today, and also because her ride back to Fort Dawnguard would be found here.
You help me? You help people, right? That's what you do.
Sort of.
Please, take pity on an old madman.
For what? Yes.
My master has abandoned me, abandoned his people, and nothing I say can change his mind. Now he refuses to even see me. He says I interrupt his vacation. It's been so many years. Won't you please help?
Well, Kaybe doesn't have to go far. Maybe she will help you, yes.
Last I saw him, he was visiting a friend in the Blue Palace. But no one as mundane as a Jarl. No, no. Such people are below him. No, he went into the forbidden wing of the palace to speak with an old friend. Said it had been ages since they had last had tea. Oh, and you'll need the hip bone. It's very important. No entering Pelagius's wing without that.
Oh, okay. Kaybe has the hip bone now. Thank you very much, weird-eyed man, yes. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe. Also share with your friends, and maybe your enemies, yes. Kaybe desires attention. You can also support us on Patreon. And so may your enemies. Use them as tools for your own ends, yes.